Ever since this past summer, Disney has been on a downward spiral as their last few films haven't been making as much as we wanted for. But I've just seen a new film that came out to celebrate their 100th year, and that would be their new animated film Wish, now playing in theaters. But is this new Disney animated feature worth making your wish come true? Or will this one be yet another big box office disappointment for the House of Mouse? Find out in this spoiler-free review right now. Big Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the recently released 2023 musical fantasy flick, Wish, released by Disney, directed by Chris Buck, along with Fawn Vera Sunthorn in her feature directorial debut, from a screenplay by Jennifer Lee and Allison Moore, based on a story conceived by Lee, Buck, Vera Sunthorn, and more. And produced by Pierre Delvecchia and Juan Pablo Rai Lancaster Jones, with Lee and Don Hallstar as executive producers. The art style combines computer animation with the look of Disney's historical hand-drawn animation, featuring the voices of Ariana DeBose, Chris Pine, Alan Tudyk, Victor Garber, Natasha Rothwell, Angelique Cabral, and more. The story focuses on a 17-year-old girl named Asha who makes a passionate plea to the stars in a moment of need after sensing a darkness in the kingdom of Rosas that no one else does. Now then, the development of the film began in 2018, but it was not publicly disclosed until last January. And in September last year, it was finally announced. Now, Buck and Vera Sunthorn had recently worked with Lee on Frozen, which be prepared for a re-review of that in the next view, as co-director and story artist, respectively. They were confirmed as directors the same month, with Moore later hired to join Lee in writing the screenplay. It's inspired by Disney's Centennial, which ties together a major theme across most Disney films of wishes coming true. The film, unfortunately, has received mixed reviews and what have you. But for now, let's get into just a little bit of the story. King Magnifico and his queen Amaya established the kingdom of Rosas on an island in the Mediterranean Sea. Having studied sorcery, Magnifico is able to grant the greatest desires of his subjects. Each of them give up the memory of their wishes to be sealed and protected by the king until he can grant them. Once in a month, as a ceremonial event, Magnifico chooses one wish to be granted. 17-year-old Asha prepares to interview for the job for Magnifico's apprentice on the day of her grandfather Sabino's 100th birthday. Hoping Magnifico will grant Sabino's wish, the interview goes well until Asha requests for Sabino's wish to be granted, which Magnifico declines, seeing the wish's elusiveness as a potential threat to his power. Asha realizes that Magnifico never intends to return the ungranted wishes to their owners, and when she questions his methods, he refuses to accept her apprenticeship or grant any of her family members' wishes. And she tries, but fails to convince her family that Magnifico is deceiving them. And distraught, she makes her own wish on a star, and to her surprise, the star descends from the sky in a form of an anthropomorphic ball of light, which Asha names Star. And magic gives the forest animals, including Asha's pet goat, Valentino, the ability to talk, prompting Asha to enlist Star's help in retrieving her family's wishes. And Star's presence is sensed by everyone in the kingdom, and Magnifico feels threatened by it. Despite Amaya's pleas, he turns to forbidden magic to maintain his position of power as his subjects begin to doubt his way of ruling. Now, that's all the story I'm going to give to you. If you want to know the rest of the story, go see the movie. Now then, from what I've seen of the film, I thought it wasn't too bad, despite what critics are saying. The film is unfortunately at 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying it earns some tugs at the heartstrings with the way it warmly references many of the studio's classics, but nostalgia is no substitute for genuine storytelling magic. No matter how beautifully I mean, it might be. Well, that may be, but it still looks like a good film. Now, IndieWire praised the film, saying, as Disney celebrates its 100th year, the film serves as a throwback to the past, a celebration of the present, and a gentle push into the future. USA Today gave it a decent review, saying it entertains and unabashedly owns being a safe paean to old school Disney, shamelessly aiming for all your nostalgic feels, and it makes no difference who you are. Empire called it an appropriate tribute to Disney by itself. It hardly breaks any ground. It's simply there to celebrate the ground the studio was built on, but felt that the jokes largely land a little flatly to be appreciated by only the youngest audiences, although props must be given to the cater of breakdancing chickens, a genuine highlight. And Cinema Blend says, from gorgeous watercolor-like sings to adorable talking animals to earworm pop songs, which goes to the Disney mainstays. And the Rap called it a darling film with fantastic music and amazing voice performances, but the story does feel a bit like a house of cards waiting to be poked. Well, that's many of the reviews I want to give to you. So while everybody's mixed, I feel like the story spine is. I mean, I don't care what some people say. Some of those critics just don't know what they're talking about. I feel like they are just being ignorant or something like that. But overall, I feel like the story was good. Now, the score from Dave Metzger was good, and the songs by Julia Michaels and Benjamin Rice were good as well. So, anyway, I thought this was just so incredible. It also includes some numerous good songs and what have you. And I think it's just so amazing and what have you. I really did appreciate Wish for what it had to offer in the music department. There were so many good tunes. Can't really mention a whole lot, but still pretty good. Now for our voice cast, we have Ariana DeBose voicing Asha. Now I must say she's good and what have you. Now she had recently played who of course most people may remember her from recently playing Anita in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story a couple of years back. Chris Pine, I think you remember that name from the Star Trek reboot films and Wonder Woman and other films, did the voice of King Magnifico. I gotta say, he was good. Alan Tudyk, well, I remember him from some films like Office Space and Dodgeball, True Underdog Story, and of course well, voiced a few characters in the Ice Age franchise. He voiced Valentino. He was good. Angelique Cabral voiced Queen Amaya. She was good. Victor Garber, who I know him from Legally Blonde and TV's Alias, and even Disney's Annie from 2000, did the voice of Sabino. He was good. Let's see, and Natasha Rothwell did the voice of Sakina. Now, actually, some of the other characters were inspired by the Seven Dwarfs and what have you. Can you believe that? There's Dahlia, voiced by Jennifer Kumiyama, inspired by Doc. Harvey Guillén as Gabo, inspired by Grumpy. Nico Vargas as Hal, a joyful girl, inspired by Happy. Now, I forgot to mention, Dahlia is Asha's disabled best friend, who is the royal baker and the unofficial leader of the group. And Gabo is a boy who is cynical but has a heart of gold. Evan Peters voices Simon, a strong boy with a big heart, who was inspired by Sleepy. Rami Youssef voices Safi, a boy who is plagued with allergies, inspired by Sneezy. John Rudnitsky voices Dario, a rosy-cheeked and wiggly-eared friend of Asha's, inspired by Dopey. And Della Saba as Bazima, a shy girl, inspired by Bashful. So anyway, I think the cast looks good. And this has great characters and what have you. So, and a great score and soundtrack, good songs. I thought Wish was not bad than what I had hoped for. So again, those critics again don't know what they're talking about. They just don't have enough sense to give something like this appreciation. Sure, it does have a little bit of, to other Disney films, but I don't find anything wrong with that completely. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Wish. I thought it was a fun film and I really liked it. So enough said. So anyway, I think you ought to take your kids out and see it. Wish you will love it. So for my score, I'm going to give Wish 5 stars, which of course means on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. So what did you think of Wish? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a re-review of Frozen, another Disney classic. So if you like this, consider checking out my reviews of these other films that have a little bit of some of these other classic Disney films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of their first ever anime feature, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the original Pinocchio, which of course this film features When You Wish Upon a Star, of course, not just for the Disney logo, Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of a recent hit anime feature for Disney, even though it didn't quite do that well. And that would be Encanto. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and this film isn't quite doing so well, so I wish this film the best of luck. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.